Hi everyone, Kim Leskovic here, coming on here live because I've been resisting my weekly live cast for way too long, and I'm just coming on here, prepped a couple bullet points, but I'm just going to freestyle this one and give myself the grace and worthiness that I can just show up and let this energy that I've been working on with my internal work just work through me. So for those of you that are new to my Instagram, I'm an essential oil educator and wellness coach who is just really lit up and passionate about helping people find wellness tools, whether that be yoga, meditation, essential oils, that just have them really feeling empowerment, and that they have like a choice to kind of unravel and discover their true self, and to have these tools that bring them back to a sense of home and back to a sense of connection, because that is something in these first 2 weeks of this month that I've felt really disconnected from. Even the more that I used my essential oils, I think it was just doing the inner work of emotional healing. I'm actually going through a 30-day worthy program right now that my mentor offers, where we use essential oils to really dive into feeling whole and feeling worthy and feeling love towards ourselves. And it's really powerful. For the past 2 weeks, I guess, or past week, I kind of skipped over that live cast, made excuses, but the biggest thing I've learned within a couple different programs of a miracle mindset that I'm going through, as well as Worthy, is that you can do all this like internal emotional work and kind of digging deep into what's going on, but you also have to move that energy out in some way. I actually just learned this today. You have to dance it out. You have to run, do whatever lights you up, like get some physical exercise, whether that be yoga, running. Those are just dancing. Those are just some things that I really love. But you can dive into some of this soul discovery journey and journal out. You can kind of be using all these wellness tools and they might not feel like they're working because you're not necessarily moving that energy out. So a lot of what this Worthy program has brought up for me is lots of emotions that sometimes you can't understand what they are, and it can bring up like crying, and it can bring up frustration, and it can bring up that feeling of stuckness that I've gone in and out of, but that I kind of just thought I was over. And so it's important to allow yourself to feel those emotions and feel whatever's going on. So what we do in this program also is we're using essential oils to bring up those emotions so we can heal them and so we can work through them. But it's also important to have essential oils or a tool to really comfort you while those emotions are coming up, and afterwards, after you work through them, after you figure out the root cause of what you're feeling. Having an essential oil can be really powerful in comforting you and really bringing you to that sense of home that I talked about. And so, along with essential oils, just once you kind of do all of these things, once you kind of cry it out, once you comfort yourself, and then you're kind of just like, okay, now what? I've addressed the emotion, I've worked through healing it, but now you might just feel really fatigued energy-wise. Any type of energy healing can kind of be a lot of work on your body because these emotions can get stuck in our body. So when we're kind of working to move those out, this kind of can relate to the chakras as well. But when we work those out, it's important to hydrate with water. It's important to dance and move it away. But also speaking, coming on here live is really helping me to connect with other people and feel love and feel energy, but also to just let out what's going on and be honest and be vulnerable. So if you're kind of feeling weighed down and heavy and you've tried journaling, you've tried doing all this inner work yourself, try talking to someone. Try telling a friend, like, hey, I've been going through some stuff and I don't really need any advice. I just need to voice and let it have a voice. That was something I read that was really powerful recently, and that I felt as soon as I got away from not coming on live and not showing up for people who I know need this healing and need these tools, the better I felt, the more I let it out, and the more I showed up. So, and so I kind of just wanted to touch on too, at another point that kind of came up within my day was this ongoing lesson of really being in the present moment. And I know you might hear a lot about that. You might obviously feel the present moment here and there, but it's like, how do you really live in the present moment, day in and day out, and set goals and have these future dreams, but really not be attached to those dreams? This is really just about, it kind of reminded me, I recently, over the weekend, watched The Greatest Showman. So for any of you that have watched it, it talks about, like, will this ever be good enough for you? And it really hit home for me. Like, I'm getting goosebumps right now, but I can work so hard in my work and in my life to manifest the things I want, but then when you have what you really wanted at the start of your soul discovery journey, like I remember wanting to become a yoga teacher, and I'm in that right now. I'm going and getting my certification, and I remember wanting to connect with people and teach them about wellness tools online, and just be my own entrepreneur and really take learning and educating and empowering myself and others into my own hands. But will that be good enough? Is it good enough right now? Or am I striving? Am I trying to do and not recognizing what I already have and what I'm already grateful for? And so I hope if you're feeling this, that you know that you're not alone, and this is totally like normal. Within our business, we have these certain levels of ranks that you can achieve, and they say with every new rank and every up level, even in your life, the more you grow and the more you expand, whether that be in your job or in your home, it requires a new you and a new perspective and a new way of living. And I'm feeling that now, and I'm just starting to kind of understand that, which I think is powerful, because you can sometimes get frustrated when these same emotions and these same fears can come up and arise, or these same resistance. But the reason they're coming up is to learn something from them and to really dig deep into where they're stemming from, as well as it's just going to challenge you that much more. Do you really want these things? And also challenge you in the sense that, okay, this is where you wanted to get. Are you still grateful? Are you still happy? And that was something I took from that movie, as cliche as it sounds too, is the ultimate goal is happiness. And if we're not living that every day, then what are these goals and what are these dreams if we can't live that now? And so I was just at this class with my little 1-year-old friend, and they also just talked about like being super present as a parent and being super present. And so as a nanny and as a child care and a caregiver, I think you can often get caught up in, when am I off work, or even in life in general, when am I off work, what can I do after this? But really just acknowledging how important that present moment is and how much fun you can really have in that present moment. When you think about it that way, I think it feels lighter, and it feels like time isn't necessarily, like we don't have to control time, because the present moment is where everything lives, and it's where happiness truly comes from. So I hope this is making sense. I'm kind of rambling, but it does feel good to let this off my chest. But yeah, kind of just what I've been going through the past week or so is do the internal work, inspire yourself, dive deep into your wellness tools, but also remember to show up even when it gets hard, and stay persistent, because that's where the true growth and the true happiness and the true transformation can really come. And then another thing that I think I posted about on my Instagram page, but it talked about you never know when you're gonna get that thing that you want. Like, it could be in a minute, it could be this next second. And so just really encourage yourself not to give up and to just really show up for yourself. And if that's not enough and you don't feel that worthiness, one, we have a program for that. Two, just think about all the people that would benefit from what you have to say and what you have to offer that day. Because I'm sure even you going through these hardships, I've told multiple people this, like, this is just something that you need to share with other people. Even if that's like not in your job, maybe it's just a discussion that like comes up in your daily life, and you just naturally can help this person because you've been through something similar, or I just believe that these hardships and these challenges are really just lessons, and if we can see them as something we can learn and then teach, it does make it more fun. And that was something I learned from my mentor today. Thank God for coaches, and thank God for coaching calls. Sometimes they're really just what you need to kind of pull you out of darkness sometimes, and to remember your light and to see your light. And that's why I'm coming on here too, is because sometimes it's all people need is just a little reassurance and a little bit of ray of hope. And that's what I believe that a lot of these wellness tools have given me, especially essential oils, that I could literally open a bottle and instantly feel a shift in my mood and a lightness and a sensation throughout my body that everything's going to be okay. And when you can associate it with a really good memory by diffusing, by applying topically while out on a date night or a vacation, or things that just really have you lit up and feeling good, and you're applying that oil, whenever you're in that darkness, whenever you're in that hardship, and you open the bottle and you roll it on, you're going to remember that light. You're going to remember what it feels like to when you use that in a really good moment. And I truly believe that. And so I kind of gave you here and there some manifesting tips. Be careful what you wish for, but also keep wishing, because that's the whole point of life. And also, my point about be careful what you wish for is that just remember to ask yourself, are you happy now? Are you still being grateful for what you have? Just to reiterate that, like, you can manifest all these things in your life, but make sure you're taking the time to really be grateful for that present moment, and to really acknowledge all that you have achieved and all that you have came from. So that was something that really touched my heart in a previous yoga practice as well. Just reiterating, like, now is your time, and really coming from that space of now. And for those of you that haven't felt that yet, or know what that feels like, keep searching, keep soul searching, and just really, the more you meditate, the more you dive into what interests you, what your curiosities are, the more you move through dance, through yoga, I really think you'll find that joy, and you'll find that present moment feeling that I'm talking about, and you'll just have that sense of, like, this is it. this is what life's all about. And all the worries, all the fears, all the struggle in life aside, when you can just think of that little moment, that little ray of hope, that joy, that inspiration, that movement that you're feeling, you really can notice that that is the true point of life when you get that feeling and knowingness. So I hope that helps you on a little level of feeling unstuck, if you're feeling resistance, if you're having trouble with manifesting. I think that's kind of what I'm going to tie this all together as this little LIVECAST wrap up. But just remember to show up, because I need you, other people in your life need you, and the more we come together and really shine light on what we have to offer this world and what we are capable of and what we can dream up to be, I really think this, like, we will just create a movement of inspiration and light and love. And so I hope that resonated with you guys in some way, and I hope you guys all have a beautiful week. If you're looking to get started with essential oils, you've heard a little bit about them here and there, feel free to join us in Happy Highest You Oil Tribe. And I come on there live, I share posts and inspiration of how I like to use those oils daily. I just did a video all about a digestive enzyme that I take daily, as well as just getting to know other people that are using these tools and living this natural Zen, happy highest version of themselves lifestyle. This is for you, so feel free to hop on over to Happy Highest You Oil Tribe on Facebook, or just feel free, if any of this resonated with you within this live, feel free to hop on over and direct message me. I would love to hear your feedback, kind of what you're working through, what you would like to hear more of within this LIVECAST, because I do feel I need to show up more and use my voice and use my lessons. So if you have a specific question on chakras, essential oils, yoga, meditation, those are just a couple of things I'm really passionate about. Mood management, emotional healing, physical health with essential oils. I would love to come on here and kind of cater to whatever is worth it to you guys. So thanks so much for joining. Again, if you watched this live, if you watched the replay, I love you. Thanks for holding and creating this space for me to come on here and shift my energy and refocus my attention to love and support and community. And I hope you guys all have a beautiful rest of your week.